So if you're looking to outsource your technology support, the first question I would ask to a small business owner is, what are you really trying to accomplish? Are you just trying to get a specific project done? That's one type of IT provider. If you're really wanting a long-term relationship, understand what it is you want out of that relationship. Are you looking for security? Are you looking for support for your end users? Are you looking for stability for your network? Are you looking for all of the above? Do you have a new remote workforce, which just happened to literally everybody on the planet, and need to know how to deal with that? So is it the expertise? Is it the end users that you're trying to support? So your staff, making sure they're more productive. What is it that you really want to get out of that relationship? So once you have that and have defined what it is you really want to outsource, then you can go about the process of looking at what's different between the companies. They're all going to have different business models. The thing that I think is critical is to make sure that your objectives, so whatever you've defined as your objectives, line up with the objectives of the IT service provider. So if your objective is to have a smoothly running network that has as few problems as possible, and you have to essentially make as few calls as possible, then hiring a firm that gets paid by the hour isn't lined up with your model, because they only make money when you call them. And if they're paid by the hour and you never call, they're never going to make any money. So it's those questions around the business model for that IT service provider that are critical to ask and make sure you have clear answers to. If they make the most money when you make the fewest calls and you have the fewest issues on your network, and again, if that's your objective, then you want them to be incented so that the network runs smoothly and your end users are always productive. So understanding the business model of that IT support provider and making sure it lines up with your business objectives are critical. The second thing would be just checking references. I mean, it's just kind of a basic thing. Any service you're going to outsource, or if you're going to call somebody to paint your house, you want to know somebody else that's using them. So make sure you check references. Check out the company itself. How long have they been in business? How many people are on staff? Because again, if response time is one of your criteria, if one of your employees or team members has an issue, how quickly can they get help? It's going to matter how many resources that provider has accessible to them. So just understanding who you're hiring. There's literally nothing wrong with a standalone person who does IT support, or a two-man shop or a three-man shop, but just understand what you're buying. So if you've got a 40-person firm and you want to outsource your IT support, you're going to get a different experience from a two-man shop than you are from a firm that's got 50, 60, 100 employees waiting to provide that support. So do the homework, understand what your business objectives are, ask the questions to find out if your business objectives are lined up with essentially what they're getting paid for, so their business objectives, and then vet the size and the capacity and the capabilities. If Microsoft technologies are hypercritical to you and your business, make sure they've got some Microsoft certifications. If you're in the financial services sector and you've got a bunch of regulations that are wrapped around what you have to do in terms of using your technology, make sure they've got some experience in that as well. So those are some of the questions I would have people ask.